Hi everyone, just want to introduce to you something that I'm building, put together. It's called a tabletop arcade. It's pretty awesome, and you could put it any table you want, anywhere. Take it with you, um, and most people put in the Raspberry Pi system and these type of cabinets, especially, which is very easy and simple to deal with. As soon as you put the cabinet together, you put in the Raspberry Pi, which is really small, connected to the monitor, to the buttons, and you're done. Uh, what I installed here is top of the line computer system, which will run a program called Hyperspin. Very powerful and very cool, which has all the games from before Atari to the Wii U system. All the systems ever made and every game ever made for them, including computers like Commodore 64 and Apple and all those old computers, even stuff from China and Europe that never even came out in America, not to mention games. And then also MAME, which is all the games from the arcade, which never came out on any system. It was only for arcades. Um, and all of that is included in here. This is the biggest system that you can get with the Hyperspin, which is the 16 terabyte. It's got two hard drives, 8 a piece, and they're almost full. One of them got a little bit of space left, but the other one is full. And a very awesome program, Hyperspin, and I got Windows 10, which is a separate hard drive right there. Well, that's only like a 500, but it was all pieced together. I bought stuff from thrift stores, from you know eBay, all stuff that was used but in good working order and for a cheap price. Um, 16 gigabytes of RAM. The processor is not too bad. The dual core, it's 3.5 or 6, I think. It's not the best, but it's perfect for what it is going to be running and the games that are in here that it's going to be running. I have a very good, powerful audio amplifier, 200 amp. The buttons are in the back. Put in a fan right there. Um, all that I have to install is a power supply, which will go right there, and it's good to go. I've already programmed everything in Windows 10, updated everything, installed the Hyperspin program, and it's designed as soon as you turn on the system, it'll open up Windows for a second and then immediately opens up the Hyperspin program, and it just starts just like an arcade. And it's like a wheel on the side that spins with all the systems, and then you go into the system, and then the system has all the games ever made. So anyways, later on I will make a video when it's all done and show you how it works and everything else, which is very awesome. But for now, what I did was I didn't want to spend the time to get all the wood and everything. Like I did with my big cabinet, I built completely from scratch, designed the pattern, everything, and cut all the wood. This time it was easier and faster, plus it's winter, and I would have to work outside. But I got all this in a kit. It's just a box for about $100. You put this together. It's very easy. You just glue and put the screws in, The only thing that I will not glue is the button board, because I'll either gonna put hinges so you can open it and close it like this, or if I don't, it only has 4 screws, so it's not a big deal. I installed USB ports that are designed to be like buttons, 4 of them plugged into the back, so I can plug whatever I want. You can plug in a regular joystick, and the system will take Xbox 360, cordless or wired, PlayStation 2, and the Wii U controller. And you could just plug it right there. You could have 4 players, 2 players, whatever you want. A laser gun, anything that you get, which I have too, by the way. Laser gun, because there's hundreds of shooting games from arcade, from MAME, which is all the games from the arcade systems, and also the consoles that had shooting games. They're all there. Also, a lot of pinball games, hundreds of them. That's why there's buttons on the side. Okay, and I will have to drill 2 more, because I used them for these. 2 more holes for buttons, because they're also supposed to have 2 buttons here. You know, the trigger for the pinball, and then you have the flappers on the side, on both sides, and then the buttons. Really nice joysticks that I bought. And the buttons, everything's ready to go with the wires and the board and everything that I have to put together. Plug them into the USB ports, so it also has Wi-Fi. And a very powerful graphics card. That's why I had to get a powerful box, power supply, I mean, because the graphics card takes a lot. And so do the USB ports, since they're 3.0. And here's the monitor, 22-inch. It's ready to go, which will be connected with a HDMI cord. And it's a very, very good system for what it's being used for. And the speakers were from a computer, but very good, high quality speakers, 100 amp a piece. And here is the button that I installed. It's just a regular arcade button. You just hit it, turns on the computer. And then there are the controls for the audio. You could even plug in headphones if you want, and or super bass if you want to. I don't know what you would need that for, but it sounds really nice, because I already had everything going, and just to see how it works. But I'm almost finished with it. I can't wait till I'm done. I will make a video, like I said, when I'm finished. I did get some artwork. I will also paint it black, but I did get some nice artwork for the sides, for the top, which is called the marquee. But this will be with plexiglass. He's got a groove here, bottom and top, and in between 2 pieces of plexiglass will be a nice marquee picture. And inside I will have LED light, which this will come on and light up the marquee, and it's going to look very nice, just like the real arcades. The buttons, I did not get LED like my big cabinet. I just wanted to get regular. It looks nice enough. They're good quality buttons. But it's really nice. I can't wait till it's done. I did attach most of the stuff with some glue, melting glue, with the glue gun. Very strong, and it doesn't mess anything up. I did it in areas where, you know, it doesn't affect anything. Put in a fan right here. The 2 hard drives, they're not, I didn't attach them yet so they don't move, because I still need to move them out when I plug everything in, when I put the power box, which will go right there. The power supply is just a 3-port, because I don't need more than that. It's just the monitor, the computer power supply and the audio, which is plugged in there, and that's it. And the Hyperspin program is also designed when you exit the game and then you exit the Hyperspin, it immediately puts the computer into shutdown. So it's designed to work exactly like an arcade, even though it goes through a computer system, which is the best way to go. Most people put in the Raspberry Pi, and that is nice too, but it can't play a lot of games because it doesn't have the power to do it like a computer does. And like I said, this plays all the way up to Wii U, and the Wii U system is pretty advanced, and it has a lot of games of the Wii U, and especially the Wii, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 1, the Sega Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, Sega CD, all of those, and also the ones from Japan. Everything that was ever made up until the Wii U. It does not have Xbox though. I don't know why they did not include the Xbox games or emulators or anything like that, which would have been nice if they would have done in the Hyperspin. But I guess, you know, you only have so much room since 16 terabytes is almost full. You know, so, but anyways, it doesn't really matter because you're never going to play all the games on this system anyways. But what I do like is the games that you do want to play, you can play them properly and they're not going to stagger and freeze up on you like the Raspberry Pi does. So anyways, all I have to do is pop in the monitor, you know, attach the button panel, put everything in it, put on the artwork, and I'm done. And I'll make the video as soon as that's completed and show you how the Hyperspin program works. And it is awesome, and I can't wait till it's done. See you soon.